In the heart of Mumbai's glass and concrete jungle, where the skyline kisses the clouds and dreams often fall through the cracks, there lived a man named Kabir Mehta. No one paid attention to Kabir. He worked as a mid-level operations executive in a logistics company. Never late, never loud. He wore the same pair of black shoes every day and brought his own lunch in a steel tiffin. People called him invisible. In a world obsessed with flashy resumes and louder voices, Kabir was just another face in the crowd. But inside him lived a storm. For months, the employees at City Hall Logistics suffered undermanagement. Unpaid overtime, weekend shifts with no compensation, constant micromanagement, and threats of firing if anyone dared to complain. People grumbled during chai breaks, ranted in WhatsApp groups, but never did more than sigh and return to their desks. They needed a spark. They got Kabir. It began on a rainy Wednesday. HR issued a memo. All employees must report on Sundays for mandatory performance reviews. The silence in their office was deafening. No one moved. No one questioned it except Kabir. He stood up in the open office floor and calmly said, "This is illegal." Heads turned, eyes widened. "No one's going to say anything?" he asked. A colleague whispered, "Kabir bhai, why get into trouble? We need this job." He nodded. "So do I. But that doesn't mean we become slaves." That night, Kabir created a Google form and anonymously circulated it among his coworkers. "Are you being overworked and underpaid? Tell your story." Within 48 hours, over 70 employees responded. Anonymous, angry, exhausted. Kabir compiled everything and drafted a letter to the labor commissioner. He attached screenshots, testimonials, and the official HR memo. Then he did something unthinkable. He signed it with his own name. When management found out, they called him into a glass cabin. "Do you want to be fired, Mr. Mehta?" The HR head sneered. Kabir looked him in the eye. "Fire me, but you will answer to the law first." Word spread like wildfire. For the first time, these silent workers stood up. One by one, employees began refusing weekend work. They quoted labor laws. They demanded written policies. Kabir had ignited something inside them, the realization that they deserved better. Under mounting pressure, media attention, and a surprise visit from a labor inspector, City Hall was forced to back down. The Sunday rule was scrapped. Overtime pay was introduced. A grievance committee was formed, with Kabir as the elected representative. A month later, at a team gathering, a manager said with a fake smile, "Kabir, you really stirred up a revolution." "Huh?" Kabir sipped his chai, smiled gently, and replied, "I didn't stir a revolution. I just reminded people they had a voice." He never asked to be a leader. He never shouted or threatened. He simply stood when no one else did. And because of that, dozens found the courage to stand too. Now, Kabir is still the same man, still carries his tiffin, still takes the train. But he's not invisible anymore. Freshers look up to him. Seniors respect him. And in every office whisper, he's the man who taught them that strength isn't always about noise, it's about knowing when to speak and daring to do so when no one else will. A true leader doesn't shout from their top, he lifts others from the ground. When one brave soul stands up, fear sits down.
If this story touched your heart, don't keep it to yourself. Like, share, and subscribe to Flourish with English, where we don't just learn English, we grow through stories. Thanks for watching. See you soon with another interesting story.